Magnusites, Lord Magnus has descended from his throne of thought to answer your question. That's right, back with another Magnus Answers. As brother says, please do not use my real name, Mr. Magnus. I could really use some help. Pete, your secret is safe with me. Says I've been married to my wife for about 4 years. And when we got married, I was Christian. But now I'm atheist. I changed my religion to atheism. He said my change to, I'm sorry, I'm retarded today. The change from religion to atheism was not a quick one. And it was not due to any kind of trajectory. To make a long story short, I looked into my beliefs and found they were not true. I've not told my wife, and I'm scared if I do, she will leave me, as she is a devout Christian. But I don't like living a lie. Please descend from the throne of thought and help me. Oh man, subscribers! Woo! Well, you're in luck. You are in luck. The God that wields the dark moon there is here to help you. Though I know you need no use of the dark moon there. It's something I carry around daily. Well, you know, let me tell you this, man. You know, I decided to answer this because I know what you're feeling. Sometimes I feel like I could be on my way to atheism. Because a lot of what, see, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, Sarah grew up Pentecostal, so we both study from the Bible, but we have different views, different interpretations, you know. There's many different denominations of Christianity, and they've all got their different things. They're always fighting over who's right and stuff, which is an issue in itself. But yeah, I found out a lot of things that I grew up to believe were not true. I found out some backstories about the people who actually founded the religion and all these other things, and it blew my mind. It was devastating. It was hurtful. I felt lost. You know, I didn't know what to do with myself because I always felt like, you know, a lot of people are kind of like this, you know. I've seen people make jokes like this. You know, I'm gonna turn my life over to God, but I gotta get this money first. You know, it's what's hidden in that statement is like people feel they know how to gain their salvation. They know they fucking up, and no matter how much they fuck up, they know what road to take to get themselves together. And that's what I always felt. No matter what, how short I may have fallen, you know, mistakes or backsliding, all that stuff, you know, all those terms used for sinning and messing up in church. I always thought, no matter what, once my mind really straightens out, I know where to go and get myself straight, and I don't know more, okay? I personally choose to keep hope that there is some type of divine good force out there that does care about me. I have a purpose, cares about us as a human race, and really wants to help us. But I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel. You know, it's like you see stories like, oh look, the little kid, you know, saw his parents murdered in front of him, and he told the police. The man behind the couch kept holding him and telling him everything was going to be okay. So the story is, you know, you're supposed to figure, oh, that was Jesus comforting the little boy while his parents were being slaughtered. You know, okay, his parents could have been drug dealers, you know, they could have been ruthless. They were killed, but the child was safe because the child was innocent. But then the little girl that got dismembered and found in the trash bag the other day, I was 5 years old, for some reason he wasn't around to kick those kidnappers in the balls divinely. That type of stuff really agitates me, but I'm not going to go on a rant about all these things. So, back to how you gonna break this to your wife. See, I went off on a rant, but you kind of get a peek into my brain to know how I think about a lot of these things. You said she's a very devout Christian. I will tell you this, the way I think now and today is not the way I always thought, especially when I met Sarah. Sarah was actually more devoted than me to church and all those other things, and she was trying to stay on the straight and narrow. She had her shortcomings too, but we both have it. And she was trying hard when I first met her, and the craziest thing was, once I started to discover a lot of these things, a lot of the things that I discovered in Christianity didn't just apply to me, they applied to her religion as a Pentecostal. Okay, this is uniform. This was throughout. Okay, I can ask this question to any Christian and they're going to have a problem. So Sarah was actually devastated by a lot of the stuff that I found. It really fucked with her head. And she even cried one time. She was really messed up. And these were things that I did not push on her. These were things I was like, babe, look what I found. What do you think about this? You get where I'm going here? Hey, honey, what do you think about this? Honey, here are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? You got what I'm saying? This way, you ease her into it. Because I'm not saying try to convert her into an atheist. I'm saying reveal these things to her and let her make her own decisions, about these things. If you want to reveal it to her, I get that you're fearful and you're scared. And if you are vibrating, if you're putting out fear, you're going to get back something to make you even more fearful. So only when you're ready and you feel confident to reveal this to her is when you should do it. Get what I'm saying? So slow little tidbits. Oh wow, look what I found here. Look what I found here. Like, just look up the history of Christmas. The reality of it. Like, there's a few different things on YouTube about it. I don't know. First of all, I figured this out a long time ago before but we didn't, Jehovah's Witnesses didn't celebrate Christmas anyway because it's built on pagan beliefs and it wasn't his birthday and nobody celebrated their birthday and in the Bible and all this other stuff. I think only one person or two people, and they were both evil people in the Bible, that celebrated their birthday. But I always thought, what the fuck? Millions of people go into debt every year to buy you presents, and they're all stressed out, and it's all this other crap, and the Lord wants it because it's his birthday, and it's such a media and marketing frenzy. People are killed on Black Friday because of these stampedes and all this other shit. But it has lost its supposed to be meaning because its real meaning was something else. Then Christianity adopted that date, and then its meaning became this. And then they lost that for what we have now. It's ridiculous. But anyway, hey, any Christians out there watching this, don't be offended. I look at it like this. Seriously. There are a lot of things that were made and had a different meaning. Like, for example, look, and by the way, my opinions can change from time to time, depending on the information that I receive. Okay, so I'm evolving as a thinking human being, and what I say to you today could actually change. And what I mean by this is, because I'm about to explain something. When you look at things like the word nigger, okay? Now, I've read different things on this, but I'm just gonna go with what I've read negatively on it. Like, I've heard before that nigger actually is not a bad word in itself. It was actually used to just describe dark-skinned people. But racists and slave owners started to use it to demean blacks, okay? Now, other things I've read said no, it was actually Niger. Niger was the word. And then, racist whites start to call people niggers. So if we go with that, okay, Niger is a totally different word. So let's keep that to the side. Nigger was used to demean you, and now black people use it to compliment themselves. It's a word of brotherhood. Even white kids use it, you know. That's how I look at Christmas. This was not what this holiday was originally meant for, and now Christians adopted it to use it as, oh, we're going to celebrate, you know, the birth of our, you know, leader. Now, if you really do the research, he was born sometime in the spring, not in the motherfucking winter, because their seasons are similar to us over there. So anyway, so that lets that go. That's what I'm talking about, okay? All right, so if you're going to reveal this to her, I mean, don't come out blatantly, I'm atheist, because you're going to think you're a Satanist and all this other stuff. Now, just let her know these things that you have found. See, you were doing this discovery probably in secret, surfing online, reading different articles, or maybe, you know, I don't know. You didn't really tell me, but that's how I came across a lot of things. Absolutely devastated me when I first found these things out. I was just like, and you know what? I don't know if it was Misery Loves Company or help me, but I showed a lot of these things to Sarah because we were very close at the time, and I said, hey, what do you think of this? And like, she would see it and read it and just be like, oh. I'm like, okay, well, we both like, you know, Home Alone now, and you know, we can both, you know, sit here and talk about each other's distraught and pain and dysfunction now because of this fucking religion. So anyway, man, slowly introduce it into the relationship. Give her little bites and tidbits, see how she reacts. You know, if she's really about it, then, you know, maybe back off. And maybe a month or so later, say something again, you know, because you want to get her used to it. It's just how people do, like, for example, like, it's how people get you used to a particular idea. Just for example, a lot of people got problems with gays in America. They got problems with gay marriage and gay people, period. But if you notice, sometime, I think it was like in the 90s or the late 80s, they started introducing gays on TV shows. You know, they start sprinkling them, you know, and the more you see it on TV, the more you get used to seeing it. Then all of a sudden you got shows, you know, gay people's kissing and all that stuff. See, you fully escalate it until, boom, it's accepted. That's what I'm trying to say. So you gotta sprinkle it, you know, over a small amount of time, and then maybe she'll, you know, accept it. You know, write me, let me know how it's going, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, maybe you may have to stop. Shit, it could be a secret you need to keep for the rest of your life. I wouldn't want you to do that because you're keeping it bottling up. It could fester, it could cause a rift between you and her. But I don't want that to happen to you. So like I said, I always speak to y'all like your family, friends, and acquaintances. So I want you to actually benefit from this advice that I'm giving you. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. 1 million subscribers. Woo!